up, everybody? We are back with another episode of the Hippie and the Mutt. I'm the Mutt,
And I'm the Hippie.
and we're here with our good friend, um, excuse me,
Mr. Mike Elizondo.
How's everybody doing today?
So, for those of you that don't know, Mike is the co-founder of Live-Jits.
The founder.
Founder. And would you mind telling us a little bit about how you started that venture and why you did?
Well, obviously, the idea came from me being a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Currently a brown belt under Hoist Gracie. I've been training jiu-jitsu now, give or take, around 10, 11 years. And the whole idea of Live-Jits came about in a dream, believe it or not. And little by little, I've been working on it since 2012. And in the last 2 years, I brought in Mike Elizondo as a partner. We partnered up, and he's helped me out boost it more.
Cool. And right now, your company is in a pretty good spot because you guys are now not only here in California, but you're also in another country in Mexico, and you guys seem to be doing pretty well down there.
Yeah, we started doing business in Mexico, taking advantage that it's blowing up right now in Mexico. Jiu-jitsu is blowing up over there right now, so we took advantage of the opportunity to promote it more and provide a service for the people over there as well back home here in the States, in the U.S., providing, good threads for your workouts.
Cool. And, besides the point of you being a jiu-jitsu practitioner, besides that, like, what made you want to start this business?
Honestly, that there was a lot of good companies out there that already obviously are well more established than we are, but I wanted something more to the roots, more original.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it came from a dream. I just kept seeing Live-Jits, not live, because you live it.
Yeah.
Every day it's when you go train, it's not easy. Otherwise, everybody and their mother would do it.
Yeah.
And it's something that you have to deal with every day, just like life, and it makes you a better person. It helps you resolve mental issues with your family, issues with yourself, and that's why the name Live-Jits. It's a big stamp.
Cool. And why do you think jiu-jitsu is growing so popular right now in Mexico?
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that hey, everybody wants to be a UFC fighter. Nothing against boxing, but it's taking over boxing. Not only MMA, but jiu-jitsu. It's for everybody. You don't have to be a star athlete. You don't have to have a six-pack. Nothing. If you got the will and the heart to better yourself physically and mentally, it's for everybody.
Cool. And where do you see Live-Jits going moving forward?
I feel that Live-Jits in the future, is going to expand more to hopefully to other countries, and more in the mainstream as well. For now, we're still working on all the bugs, and it's been working out really good. Even though we just got past this whole COVID deal, and the second wave is coming back, it's actually been holding up to its own really good, and I'm very happy and excited about that. And with Mike's help, I mean, it's off the charts right now, and the only way to go up is up. The only way to go is up.
Cool. And why did you decide to partner up with Mike?
Mike, he's, besides being obviously more experienced on the mat than I am, he's also an experienced MMA fighter. He's got the branches, the roots, if you will, to, hey, you know what, I got this plug, we could go down this route and, sponsor this
Yeah.
this fighter or this event. Mike has helped me out in so many ways to expand the brand. So when he and I worked it out together, it just everything fell into place. It was the right timing, if you will.
Cool. And being a business owner, like how difficult was it keeping your business alive during the bigger stages of COVID?
I had my doubts. I'm not gonna lie. I had my moments where I was very doubtful because of COVID. Obviously, if nobody's training, nobody's gonna buy merchandise. But that wasn't my only mentality. I wanted to keep coming out with gear that people were gonna not only like it, but really appreciate the value of it.
Yeah.
Because it's different, it looks cool, or it gets straight to the point. Period.
Also the quality.
Yeah.
So, the quality is very comfortable, very fitted, and it's it's just different. It's a whole new ball game to the gear.
Well, I will definitely attest to your guys' ability to make quality gear, and because I've been training for a while now, and I've had experiences with like other gear that it kind of starts falling apart a bit, after maybe a couple months, and then a couple washes, in the washing machine, and after that, it kind of starts to tear up, fall apart. So you guys make some quality merchandise for sure.
Yeah.
And then we're just so we could plug you guys now. Where can people find you guys or Live-Jits? Where can they find you?
We are working on the website. Right now people could go to the Instagram page, Live-Jits Apparel, and if anybody has any questions, feel free to DM us. We usually answer them right away.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we will get back to you the same day. But we are working on the website, and we got more things coming up. We got more things that we're working on too.
Cool. And you guys are sponsoring several events. What is that? What is that like? How does that come about?
That I'll let Mike explain that one.
Well, that's pretty interesting. We just kind of fell into our friend of a friend of a friend, and then we just ended up internationally in Mexico sponsoring Budo Cento, and it was a good opportunity. We took it, and now it's we're out there in Mexico. We provide and make rash guards, gis, belts, pretty much you can name anything. MMA gloves for gyms out there, or even promotions as well.
Yeah.
Out here, we've sponsored several fighters, jiu-jitsu practitioners. One of our top competitors have been the Rosas brothers. They're up in Santa Rosa, and those kids are incredible, and we're happy to have them on the team. It's been an amazing adventure just to have a good squad, and not only that, having jump on board with Mike has been an incredible experience, and besides that, we have a good friendship.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a pretty key thing in like starting a business together, or partnering up. In your guys' case, I think it's super important to have a strong friendship.
Yeah, we're both from the same neighborhood. Mike has his Artemis Academy in Southgate as well. He's already a local celebrity. Yeah, I mean that's badass in my book, and I'm happy that I get to share that with him, or help him out or be a part of it in any way. It's exciting.
No, for sure. And can you tell us a little bit about how you started your jiu-jitsu journey?
My jiu-jitsu journey started watching Royce Gracie fight on the first UFC. I would come home from Pop Warner practice and throw on channel 22 in the kitchen eating a bowl of cereal.
Liberty Cable.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was on channel 22 and my dad, one time he walked by, he's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "Some fights, man, but they're badass. They don't care about weight. Everything goes. They don't wear gloves." This skinny Brazilian guy wearing a karate suit. He's grabbing guys and they're like tapping out. I don't know what's going on. Like I want to do that. I don't want to mess up my hands, and my dad would just laugh at me. Little did he know that I know that. Look where it was gonna get me.
Yeah.
But that's how it started. Me watching Royce Gracie fight on UFC 1. But I didn't really get into it, actual start training until I was like in my early 20s,
Okay.
24, 23. Life happens. I was going to school, buying a house, or partying, or doing something I wasn't supposed to. But, life happens, and, it's never too late to start something new.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've been doing it ever since, and it's been life-changing in a positive way.
And is jiu-jitsu something that you would avidly recommend to
Oh
people?
yeah, I recommend it to all of my friends that are starting their families. They're having their first kid or their second kid. Hey man, when that kid turns 4 or 5, let's get them ready.
Jump on
training
board,
already.
huh?
Yeah.
Right away, dude.
I don't want my nephews to be punks. Not that they're gonna be, but
Yeah.
I want them to be respectfully, to be able to defend themselves respectfully.
Yeah.
Be
I don't-
confident.
Yeah, I don't want them to
Right.
be bullies either. And I highly recommend it for the women, for girls and the women.
A lot of times people don't want to join training with jiu-jitsu just because of the the contact. But I think eventually you're going to have to surpass that. And, whether you're comfortable taking class and having contact there, or, randomly running into someone out in the street
Yep.
and then not being prepared, and then you don't have a choice there.
Yeah.
So how did your guys' friendship start?
Well, I knew Mike from high school. He's a year older than I am. We never really talked. I heard through the grapevine that he had already been training jiu-jitsu just before I started training, but he was obviously training at the Gracie Academy. I started training with an affiliate of the Gracie Academy in La Mirada because that's where I was working at the time. But eventually, like through mutual friends, we found each other again, and then we started talking and then training. Mike opened up his own gym around the same time we started talking and familiarizing each other with ourselves. And then, like I mentioned earlier, everything started falling into place.
Yeah.
And we've just been riding the wave ever since.
That's awesome. We got fucking
Yeah, cool.
elotero outside.
Yeah, it's part of the neighborhood,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We don't have a studio yet, but we
No.
will eventually.
It's all good. Elotes, ice cream, zapatero, whatever you like, bro.
Yep.
The zapatero comes right to your door, fixes your shoes, and off he goes.
Southgate, baby.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no shit.
Yeah, bro. You laugh, but it's true.
Yeah.
And that's
There
crazy.
you go.
We never had anything like that.
Oh
in
no,
Long
those are
Beach.
raspados.
Oh,
Raspados.
There you go.
It's too hot for elotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Champorrados, tamales.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Ordering Mexican food.
This
in
is
front
the
of your-
Mexican Uber Eats right there.
Yeah. Yeah. But you only get 2 choices on the menu.
But yeah, it's ordering Mexican food in front of your like white friends is the
Oh,
funniest
yeah.
shit ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the funniest shit ever. I remember one time I was in my friend's neighborhood, and it's not like a neighborhood like here in South here where I live. It's a fairly acclimated white neighborhood. And then there's a guy yelling tamales, tamales, and I'm like, I'm gonna get some tamales. It was in the morning. And then I told my friend, like, hey, man, you want some tamales? But I told him in Spanish, hey, wait, ¿quieres tamales? And he was like, what?
Yeah.
And they never had it before. And then ever since
They got
love
hooked.
it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
Tamales are legit, dude. Tamales rojos de puerco. Fuck.
Damn. No, es con que no te dé el corro del que te alcanza.
I like them deep fried.
Really?
Órale.
Deep fried? Damn.
Yeah, when they get crunch, wow.
I've never had them deep fried.
Yeah, bro, cook them like that one time.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
But yeah, so you guys are obviously doing really well with Live-Jits.
Yeah.
And if like for somebody that maybe wants to start a business, like what is something that you would some advice that you would give?
Don't give up on it. Do it. Go through it. You know, no matter what it is, no matter how small or how big, just do it. Take a chance. You know, besides being owning Live-Jits and being a jiu-jitsu practitioner, I'm a machinist and a mechanical engineer. I work in the aerospace company, and that has nothing to do with jiu-jitsu. Nothing whatsoever. You know, and I just did it on a whim, and I did it right when COVID was about to hit. So, I mean, and look where I'm at now. I'm not saying I'm on top of the world, but it's picking up steam, you know?
So it's growing.
Yeah, it's growing, and like I said, no matter what it is, go for it. Whether, even if it's products for women or kids, you have an idea, run with it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of get the same thing too when people tell me like, oh, like what should I do if I want to start making videos? And just go out and shoot
Just
stuff.
do it.
Yeah.
Just go out and shoot stuff. Go take pictures of stuff. Like it's not gonna come out great,
And
but
that's the whole idea, you know. People just want to try it like once, twice, 3 times, and then they give up. But the whole idea is, what about if the next try is gonna be the hit?
yeah.
So you have to just keep trying. Like, we tried so many designs, we tried so many things to be able to, you know, stay above surface, and it took us a while, but you know, little by little, you know, one design, the other design, then next thing you know, like the quality of the rash guards, quality of the gis, quality of everything, you know, little by little it starts, you know, getting a bit better. And eventually, you know, you'll have a brand that you establish from nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, how we got picked up just to sponsor events and in a different country, man, that's amazing. You know, this event got picked up by Fox Sports, so now, like, our gear is on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
It's
People are gonna
like,
see it now.
it's something that it's an experience to, you know, to take in and to be grateful and thankful for.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, just for sure, just go out and do it.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I didn't become the photographer that I am until like last year, because I was like, well, when COVID hit, I was like, I gotta find a way to make money. So I was like, oh fuck it, I learned how to take pictures, because that's one of the things that I always told people when I started working for you. People were like, oh, like, would you take my photos and stuff? And I was like, no, dude, I'm a videographer. I'm not a photographer. But now I can proudly say that I'm both.
Right.
Because
There it
I literally just sat there and I was like, all right, I'll just watch YouTube tutorials and learn how to, like, you know, take all these fucking photos, and now people want to buy them and stuff. And
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's good, man. You know, like, don't get it wrong. There's still things that we still have to learn
Oh,
about
for
that.
sure.
We're still learning as we go
Yeah.
along. You know, just like jiu-jitsu, you know, just because we're brown belts doesn't mean we know everything or have all the answers. No,
Yeah.
our progression doesn't stop. It's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as we go along with different events, you know, it's just getting us more exposure and more experience.
Yeah, we and having said that, you know, we've had little minor setbacks, you know, but that's how you get better. That's how you learn and get better.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's like failure is a big learning experience.
It's
Like,
part of the experience.
You have to fail if you want to succeed even more. You have to eat shit sometimes. You know.
That's how it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. physically as well.
Yeah, but you just get up and keep going.
Yeah.
Get up, keep going.
But yeah, I mean, it's so great to see a local business like yours start to take off, and especially in gain popularity in another country.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's pretty that's pretty hard for anything. And you see this too a lot with like music, like a lot of bands, like like they're really popular in one country, but they don't seem to be able to branch out and like get the attention of other people.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy thing to venture out and then have any semblance of success in another country, because I think that in itself is a pretty big gamble too.
It is. We did an event that we co-sponsored in Mexico City last month, right, Mike?
Exactly.
And it went well. That it got picked up by Fox Sports, and I think, with just that alone, that's a big W for not only us, but that organization too,
for sure.
Porocento. And now the world's really gonna see our brand, and at the same time, we got some customers in Canada. Obviously, we got customers all over the U.S., mainly the West Coast and the central part of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico now, we're counting on Mexico too as a customer, and people that we want to work with.
Yeah.
This last trip that we went out there to Mexico City, we went to all the local gyms right there in the center of Mexico City. We met some awesome people. Mike already knows them, but it was my first time, and I met some amazing people, went to some amazing academies, and it was just an amazing experience.
Kind of like an impromptu press tour.
Yeah.
Just like,
so if somebody ever asks me, where has Live-Jits gotten you? Like, well, there's my resume already.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's cool, man. And it's just so good just to meet so many people, and not only here in the States, but also in other countries, and how they're very welcome to bring us into their gym, into their home, and just treat us like family.
Yeah.
And how does the design process for like your guys' shirts and rash guards, how does that go?
We brainstorm. So we try to get together, but everybody has a life. Mike has a amazingly busy schedule, but we manage to get together, even if it's over the phone, and we start brainstorming. We'll send images, even hand-drawn images to each other. Hey, look, what do you think? Or let's go with this color or that color. But we never have a disagreement, I'm not going to say never, but, we do brainstorm. And then when we actually make it happen, and then you get the final product.
Yeah. And then as far as like the designs, is it something that you guys draw yourselves, or do you guys have like particular artists that you guys go to for designs? So
far, we draw them ourselves, but we do work with outside artists as well. We will ask for their help.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not an artist either. I pencil whip it, and I have an imagination, and I see what the potential that something has.
I think even one of our students made one of the new designs for the new rash guard.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Mike comes up with a lot of good stuff. So a lot of the brainstorm and ideas that we've put on the merch has also a lot has came from Mike. And it's been good, dude. Like the whole thing is, man, just staying honest and staying real to each other, and it's taken us a long way. Just always being honest and straightforward. Whether things are good, things are bad, or whatever the situation is, but the first thing is honesty. That's why, I love the name, like Live-Jits. I continue with it, live your truth, live healthy, live you. You got to live your truth, which my truth is not going to be the same truth as him, you know, but you got to live your truth and be honest with people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that'll get you a long way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think like maybe a lot of the times like when people buy clothing, I don't think a company really goes far and beyond to like give those sort of subliminal messages.
Yeah.
Like, with their name. I think that's pretty.
I don't want to say names. I don't want to burn my bridges.
Yeah.
You know, but there are a few well-established companies out there that I think they just overcharge, man, for the type of merchandise you're getting.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's overcharged. You know, I don't wanna. Of course, I want to make money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wanna see people. I want to see people wear my stuff proudly. Like, oh, this is a cool rash guard, or these shorts are comfortable.
Yeah.
Or these MMA gloves are like on point, you know. I want to see that, like a chef watching people, enjoying people eating their food, you know. That type of deal.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, you know. You know, like a lot of my close friends and family, like, hey man, like, you should put more pictures of yourself up there with the gear on. I'm like, hey man, it's not about my face or me, like it's about everybody, you know. I don't care about me. I'm ugly anyway, you know.
Hey, talking about cooks, Mike's a good cook as well, man.
Yeah,
I've seen some of your stories.
So you
man.
got pizza.
You
He got all kinds of things. You
look
got
like
a lot
you
of
know
things
what
on the menu, bro.
you look like you know what you're doing
Hey,
in the kitchen.
man. At my age, you know, being single and no kids, if I can't even do that, I'm doing something wrong, you know. So, no, but
Bro,
I enjoy cooking.
Check it out, ladies. DM him.
I'm single.
What's like one of your favorite things to cook?
Breakfast.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's American or Mexican breakfast. I don't care what time it is. If it's midnight, I'm down to make some French toast with eggs.
Órale, man. There it is.
Yeah, cooking's a really fun endeavor, especially if you get to cook for somebody.
Yeah, a lot of respect for people that can cook, man, because it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And timing.
Yeah, I there's like I could never get chicken right. I would always either overcook it or undercook it. A lot of the time it was undercooked. It was just raw.
It was still pink.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
if you overcooked it, it was too dry.
yeah, but like now, like I got it at that like that fucking that midpoint where it's like.
That's what we were talking
legit.
about earlier. Getting that practice, never fail.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, reading like on like how the fuck am I gonna cook this chicken properly? Because you know I'm not a cook, so I just look up and then they're like, oh, you cut it up, you make a couple of cuts in it when you put it, like if you grill it, put some olive oil in those cuts, and
There
like,
it
all right,
is.
there we go.
I always enjoy my mother's cooking, man. So
Oh, you can never go wrong with your mom. If your mom does not know how to cook, there's something wrong there. But,
Yeah.
But I think every boy enjoys and loves their
And
mom.
we're like, I know how to cook. Uber Eats.
that was way before Uber Eats, man. No, but I knew for some reason I knew early on that I was gonna, you know, leave my nest at an early age, and I did. I left the nest before I even graduated high school.
Oh no shit.
You know, but before that, I would always ask my mom, hey, you know, why do you do it like this? Why do you cook it like that? What's that spice? Oh, okay, and you know, and I just mental notes, and trial and error until I got it down.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to struggle with grilled cheese sandwiches as well. I used to burn the shit out of the bread.
Do you guys put mayo in your grilled cheese sandwiches?
I don't. Do you?
I don't like mayo, but I spray it on the bread and then I toast it like that. It gives it a different flavor.
Interesting.
Wow.
Changing people's lives.
There, I shared one secret.
No, but yeah. So, how would you tell somebody that's another question, like for somebody that wants to start a business? How do you tell people how to deal with like something like a setback, kind of like what happened with the pandemic? Like what would your advice be to tell them like how to deal with like some sort of setback like that, or any setback really?
Don't go all in right away. You know, if you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna take a chance. Don't go all in. You know.
Yeah.
Baby steps. In case something comes up, you have time to catch yourself and then reset, and then start over again and continue moving forward. And when COVID hit, obviously I realized like, well, if everything's gonna be closed and nobody's gonna go train and work out, nobody's gonna buy anything.
Yeah.
So I got together with Mike, and we just came up with ideas to catch people's attention.
Yeah.
Without having to rob them, because a lot of people lost their jobs, got laid off, lost their restaurants or small businesses or what have you.
Yeah.
So all that was just gonna cause a domino effect. Well, instead of every month having an extra couple $100 to buy this or buy that, now I have to hold back.
Yeah.
Because I gotta make sure I put food on the table, or I pay the water bill or the gas bill, etc. So it was like, how do I get around that, where I could get my product out there, but not also go broke myself. So we kept coming out with products with reasonable pricing and not too often. Mm-hmm. Maybe like a new rash guard like every 2 months instead of every month.
Yeah.
Or every few weeks. So we just slowed our roll down, because we did get together. Okay, this is gonna be our plan, how we're gonna do it, and it's a good plan. But then COVID happened, and we cut that plan in half and slowed our roll. That's all we did.
It's interesting too, because I remember that when COVID hit, I kind of was there in the developmental stages of when Live-Jits kind of was beginning, because prior to that, I remember Mike being like, "Oh yeah, like check this out, like I'm a part of this other thing, this company," but I don't think you guys were really making as much merch at that time yet.
No, I think even like the first couple batches that we did, we even gave out the rash guards.
Yeah, like
we were giving out.
Yeah, like the first 2 batches that we came out with, like probably like 80% of it we gave it away, just because we wanted to get it out there.
Yeah.
Word of mouth. He has his circle of friends that he trains with that eventually became my friends too.
Yeah.
Just like I have my circle of friends too. He knows some of them, but it's all connected. At the end of the day, it's all connected.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was interesting to see, because I was like, man, like how are they gonna do this with what's going on in the world?
Yeah.
I remember because I took the promotional pictures for some of the gear.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, these dudes are really gonna like try to push us out there during this.
Yeah, and it's cool
time.
now. Like the first couple batches that we took out, we were just testing out the waters and being able to see what the quality was. We had different people that we hired to be able to put this merch together and sew and put these graphics on our product, but it took a while for us to be able to establish and find a good just someone that we hired to be able to do our merchandise.
Yeah.
Now it's an honor to be able to just be able to do rash guards for events, and not only events but also gyms in the area, or we do some merch for people out here in LA and also in Orange County, San Diego. So we're pretty busy with with our orders as well.
Yeah. Like I said, it's always interesting to see something, and it's like
early stages,
because you never know where it's how far it's gonna go.
Yeah. Now imagine if I would have thrown the towel in when COVID started.
Yeah.
What would have happened?
Yeah.
Where would we even be here right now?
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that said, we're gonna take a quick break, and here's a skit from our buddy Sideshow.
This is fucking bullshit, man. How the fuck does it keep popping out like that? Alright, nah. Fuck that. How the fuck do you keep popping up in these places?
Yo no sé, it's in the screen.
As Sasha runs, he opens restroom door. Michael randomly pops out. Alright, nah, this is the fucking bullshit. You know what? Fuck this kid. Fuck that. Fuck this whole movie. Fuck that.
Is this the part where I pop out?
Oh my fucking god. This is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Fuck this shit. Oh my god, man. Leave me the fuck alone. God damn. You too, Jason, you bitch.
What's up with that guy?
And we're back. I want to thank Sideshow for that skit.
Nice.
Hey, Sideshow, you need to get us in there.
Yeah, eventually that would be the plan.
Yeah.
Start writing some skits together and see what we come up with.
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty funny.
We're gonna start our own show watch.
In the streets of Southgate.
Yup.
But anyways, so I wanted to talk to you about music, and then I wanted to see, because it's always a different answer for everybody. I wanted to see what kind of an impact has music had in your life.
Music, it's part of life. You know, I think the first time I could honestly say live music made an impact on me was as a kid. I must have been like 4 or 5. It was my grandfather's birthday in Mexico. It was like 5 a.m, and a live Mexican brass band came inside the house to play, and I felt the vibration and the loudness of the brass band playing, of the drums. And my grandfather was just happy because it was his birthday.
Yep.
And that's when I fell in love with music, feeling it live in person as a kid. And I'm into all types of music. I could dance all types of music. I could even sing. I play a few instruments, but nothing too good. But yeah, music is life, man.
Ladies, DM Mr. Mike Elizondo.
So you can dance and sing for you.
Yes.
And cook.
And cook. At the same time.
But I only like to dance with girls where you got a hug. Nothing separated.
That's where the jiu-jitsu comes in.
Yes.
Is there anything in like particular that you listen to, like on like maybe certain days or certain moods? Maybe like you're on a drive or somewhere long or far away. Is there like something that kind of like that you listen to at a certain moment in time?
Well, it's like when most people work out, you want to put something uplifting, right?
Yeah.
You know, whether it be like rock music or speed metal,
Yeah.
or some 90s hip hop or some house music. It just whatever strikes my mood. If I'm in LA traffic, I'm usually bumping Mexican music.
Okay.
Something that I could sing along with.
Yeah.
You know, and get all loud, and I don't care who listens.
Who's watching?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. You know, obviously if I'm working out, I like to listen to rock music or hip hop. You know, it just depends on the mood.
Yeah, for sure.
Who wants to dance? He just listens to some Walking
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Mike here has his own band.
And speaking about that, how's what's the status on the EP? Is it completed yet, or
For Walking Fire?
for Walking Fire?
Yeah, we'll be going back in the studio, I think, within the next month. We just need to finish up the mixing on a couple songs that we have left, and we should be good to go. Now that the quarantine's over, I don't know how the whole status is now with everything, you know. I don't know if it's going to, hopefully not, cancel.
Yeah.
That we don't have any shutdowns, but Yeah, we're looking forward to getting out there, playing some music, and playing live shows. Last show that we had was at the House of Blues in Anaheim, and we were already lighting the fire there, dude. And
Yeah.
that COVID hit, but it's all good. It's just like we said earlier, keep trying and trying till we get to where we need to get to.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost going to be a year that you guys started recording, right?
Yeah, about a year. Everything, like I said, everything's done. It's just the mixing part and the mastering on the last, I think, like 4 or 6 songs that we have left. We released 2 already, and they did pretty good.
Yeah.
But we would like for everyone to listen to the complete EP that we're going to be putting out. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Also, if you guys haven't checked out the music videos for those 2 songs, check them out. I directed them.
Yeah, some guy we know, no names. Nah, this guy here, he did an amazing job, putting those videos together, and a lot of dedication and time. So, as behalf of Walking Fire, I want to thank Eric for having the time to being able to put everything together for us.
I appreciate that a lot. So if you guys haven't checked that out, all the links will be in the description down below, as well as for the link for Live-Jits and stuff, their Instagram. So be sure to look at the description down below. So since you guys are both teachers as far as your jiu-jitsu goes, can you tell me a little bit about what that experience is like for you, Mike? How has teaching impacted your life?
Well, lately because of my work schedule and other duties that I haven't been able to coach as much as I would love to. But besides all that, I mean, it's made a big impact in my life, because when I started jiu-jitsu, it was a different animal. And certain questions that I would ask that I was too embarrassed or ashamed to ask even, the instructor, I would go to maybe a purple belt, let's say. Their answer was vague, or their explanation was vague, and it didn't really help me. It didn't help me progress. Eventually I did, but I never had those answers when I began jiu-jitsu. So now that I'm where I'm at my level, being a brown belt, I love giving out information to beginner adults. I love teaching the kids too. It's very how can I say, it's very fulfilling for me. I could be in the middle of a roll and tap you out, and hey, how did you do that, Mike? Oh, look, I did this, and I moved my hips over here, and then I did this.
I'm guilty of that.
And I don't mind. I don't mind giving out that information or sharing it, because I'm not gonna hold back, because that's gonna help you become a better grappler, a better person too. You might pass that information down the way too to somebody else when you progress down the road, or even a kid. And for kids, just like anything else, you have to have patience. You're gonna have those daydreamers. You're gonna have the tough kids. That the dad wants to get on the mat, is telling them, they're screaming from the outside, "Do this, mijo." Or you're gonna have the kids that are very they're very, like, "Oh no, not don't do that."
Yeah.
So there's different types of situations with kids. Some of them might be being raised by one parent. Some of them might have both parents. It all depends. And I don't, even though I don't have kids of my own, that experience alone has helped me grow as a person and be more what's the word I'm looking for? More patient with kids. With adults, if you don't get it after the second or third time I explain it to you, we need to sit down some more, which is fine with me, But it's been amazing, you know, and with that comes a lot of responsibility because I know that there's people that look up to me. So if I'm gonna show somebody something, I have to make sure that I'm teaching it right, not just gibberish, you know. And even Mike too, you know. I go to Mike too for questions, and he answers them, and it's been a phenomenal experience.
Cool. And what about for you, Mike? I'm sure we've probably touched on this several times before, but how has your teaching experience impacted you?
The teaching experience for me, it's been incredible, dude. It's just it's a whole different ball game from just being a competitor and a practitioner. You know, some people think that just because you're a good practitioner, you're a good grappler, you're a good teacher, and I don't believe that. You know,
That's not always the case.
exactly. And I can give you a perfect example. Michael Jordan, one of the best athletes in the world. But can he coach? Sorry to say this, but he can't coach, right? But he can apply the moves. He can, shoot. Could dribble, but he can't coach.
No.
You know, as far as for me, competitor-wise, I felt like I've elevated to compete at the highest level. Also in Mexico as well, out here, and been able to train with high-level guys as well. Especially at the age I am right now, to being able to hang on.
Yep.
Still, it's kind of I'm kind of like thankful for that.
Yeah.
But getting back to instructing, just inspiring people, helping people, and helping people be a better individual, and just being real, man, just being straight up honest with your students and whoever you surround yourself with.
Yep.
Because believe it or not, truth comes out at the end, and if you're trying to be phony, you're trying to be fake, people can see right through you, or you'll just unveil on your own.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty much everybody that we have in our clique, in our group, and in our gym, anyone that we're friends with, knows me just to be straightforward. And that's how I was raised through my parents.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mike has the same experience.
Yeah.
As a kid, they'd be like, hey, you tell me what it is, whether it's good, bad, okay, whatever it is, you tell me what it is. And if you did bad, then guess what? If you said something bad, you did something bad, guess what? Then face it. You gotta face the reality, and you gotta face the consequences. And I think that's what's wrong with this new generations coming up. Like, they don't take responsibility for their actions, And jiu-jitsu is one of the things that help the youngsters to develop in a responsible way.
Yeah.
Being able to, and especially us, I'm grateful for Mike coming in into the gym and helping our team and being part of our team, and just being there for not only me but for everyone else as well. And that's what builds a strong team. People like him, people like you, people like Andy, our wrestling coach, which also he also coaches a lot of our grapplers, and he supports a lot of our fighters, and he's one of our head coaches as well. And just having an established team like that has made me realize that we can make a change in people's lives.
Yeah.
And if people like to make a change, it's up to them to be able to take that extra step and change, bro. Because if the person doesn't want to change, no matter what you do, they're not gonna change until they accept and realize, like, you know what, I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna take the first step.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that not every one person is taught and learns the same?
Yeah, I would agree that not everybody learns the same. Some people learn by watching. Some people learn by actual doing, hands-on. It just depends on the person.
For sure.
Yeah, I think everybody has different ways of grasping and taking stuff in, and as you can see, I can speak for myself and the people we have there teaching, and even our higher rank belts, how they help each other out. The ego is out the doors, and we're just there to help each other.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what color you are or what belt rank you are. Like, we're a team and we're one, and we help each other out. Pretty much, the last tournament that we had, and we had a good batch of guys competing. A lot of them placed in first place at the Jiu-Jitsu World. Yeah. So that says it all. I don't have to say anything. I just let the action speaks for itself. And everybody there is leveling up to their own ability.
Yeah.
And to how much time they put into it.
For sure. Yeah, it's a fun experience just being part of a team. Even though in a way jiu-jitsu is kind of like an individual thing, it's still very family oriented. Yeah. Like you don't feel. And I'll give you an example, because I saw this with my younger brother who played football, and he played football in high school. Again, it's a team oriented, the whole family thing. But the thing is, like, once you make it to a high school sort of level, and then, or even collegiate football, a lot of the times you don't even get to play. Yeah. And I saw that with my brother. You don't get to participate, and then, if you don't get to participate, then what's kind of the point? If you can't participate, then you start asking yourself those questions, like, well, why am I here? Whereas in jiu-jitsu, you kind of, you're not, I wouldn't say forced, but you kind of just, you have to participate.
You're involved.
Yeah.
The
whole time.
Yeah, you're involved.
Well, the good thing about jiu-jitsu is, like, we have so many, just to give you a quick explanation, as an instructor, as an owner, as a coach, there's many, you can categorize the practitioners. Some people come in there because they want to be fit, because they want to learn self-defense, because, whatever, their wife sends them. I don't know, whatever it is. And then there's competitors, there's fighters, there's some schools that require you for you to compete. We don't require anybody. You come in here, and whatever your goals or your expectations are, we help you develop and grow as an individual. And as you grow as an individual, you grow as a family, and you grow as a team. Like I said, we don't require anybody to compete, because there's been a lot of students or just random people that come in the gym and like, oh, but if I sign up, in order for me to rank up, do I have to compete?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to compete, man. Like, you compete if you want to, man. If you want to do this, we'll support you. But if you don't want to do it and you just want to come and train and enjoy yourself and have a good time, then, dude, you're welcome, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I enjoy about our team, is like, it doesn't, like, yes, it's training, and yes, like, we are taking in information, we are present, and we are trying to learn something, but at the same time, it's also just, I'm here hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here, because I don't, that's, these are the people that I want to be around.
Yeah, like, we have get-togethers on our own, and whether we go to the beach, we go to the park, we go to events, wherever we go, but everybody is as one,
Yeah.
Everybody supports each other. Everybody helps each other out. And, even like the little things like, hey, there's parking over there, or hey, I got an extra ticket. You want it? Like, everybody supports each other. It's not. See, the whole idea of the ego thing is just just an ego trip. Like, Mike and I have experienced it from the past. Back in the day, obviously there's been several gyms of, confrontation, or how they run their gym and how they run theirs. But I feel like there was a lot more respect back then than there is now.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have, obviously you have competitors, but then they get very petty where they start, blowing up their head, blowing up their ego, disrespecting people, disrespecting your elders. Like, that right there is just like overboard. And if you want to do it for fame, you want to do it for social media, you want to do it for money, that's not the type of people. And I can speak for my gym and for the people that I surround myself with. That's not the people that we are.
Yeah.
Sure. we don't go out there talking shit or being someone that we're not just so we can get paid. Our value, we value more on the person that we are as an individual.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we can give respect, we can give our patience, our attitude at a respectful level.
Yeah.
That's more valuable than us talking shit and earning money.
No,
right?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's really, I could attest for that myself. There's really no ego at the gym. Like, that really stays out the door. Like, yeah, we roll, and then occasionally, we roll pretty hard. But at the end of the day, we're just like, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I get my ass kicked. I'm like, damn, dude, that was fucking cool. I don't even know what you did. Can you show it to me again?
Sometimes you gotta get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
And it's therapeutic even. It is, man.
One of the weirdest, well, I wouldn't say weirdest, but one of the most interesting experiences that I've had at the gym with you was when we after class, when we would do the meditation.
Oh yeah.
And it was raining outside, and then you could hear it, and that was like a weird experience, because like I felt like a part of me like left my body.
Okay.
And then a part of me also got kind of scared.
Well, that's the whole idea of connecting.
Yeah.
You gotta connect to Mother Nature. You gotta connect to yourself, and and that's what makes a difference. I don't know how anybody else runs their gym, or how they establish on how to teach their classes, but our place is very spiritual.
Yeah.
We work our mind, our body, mind, and spirit, and being part of meditation, being part of our training, our breath work being part of our training, has to do a lot with being able to connect all three.
Yeah.
Like old school. Like, now they have new logos, but just on logos, old school logos. Why do majority of old school jiu-jitsu gyms have triangles, right? The reason that they put the triangle on there is because there's a connection. There's a connection between the body, mind, and spirit. And that's one of the main goals as a martial artist, to be able to connect.
Yeah.
And if, like, right now, I assure you, and like I said, it doesn't matter what anybody else does, but I assure you, maybe like 75 to 80% of jiu-jitsu practitioners have not experienced the connection between the body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah. No, but yeah,
to be realistic.
Yeah. That experience for me was like weird and kind of frightening, because I remember just being in that moment, and a part of me was like, "Oh fuck, should I open my eyes?" And then I was like, "No, like this is actually kind of cool." Cause what it felt like, it was like I was outside, like in the rain, but I wasn't getting wet. It was a really weird experience, And then when we ended, I was like, "Oh shit!"
You were in the zone.
Yeah,
you were in the
zone.
Exactly,
bro. And you don't have to be high either.
Nope.
And I remember telling everybody, I'm like, dude, this fucking happened to me. And they're like, oh no shit, that really happened to you. Like, yes, that really happened to me. That was fucking weird and cool.
It's part of our training, and I really recommend it for our students to make it part of their like daily life.
Yeah.
Like as far as me, just to share a little bit, like I get up, meditate, stretch, get in the zone, being able to have that strong mind in the morning and being able to go. Like I don't get up and, watch TV, get on my phone. First thing that I do is get up, take a deep breath, drink some water, and get into that meditation zone. Once I clear my mind and I have my mind nice and set, then I'll do a couple stretches so I can get on with my day.
What's your morning routine like?
My morning routine, I get up and I'll stretch out for like a good 15, 20 minutes. If I have time, I like to always take my dog out for a walk. As I'm doing that walk, I just do one lap around my block. As I'm doing that lap, I'm clearing my head, because I have to work with a lot of numbers at work, and I don't want to get confused.
Yeah.
So, yeah, breathing and stretching, it's a important part of my daily routine.
For sure. I don't do any of those things, but I probably should.
I didn't always do it either, man. And then when I started doing it, I felt more compelled to get through my day,
For sure, yeah. For sure. For me, my morning routine is usually just waking up and then putting on a Judas Priest record or something, and then getting through the day, Fill out my notebook with whatever.
Judas Priest is not that bad.
No. It depends on the day, Sometimes I'm feeling like listening to some West Montgomery, some jazz or.
But see, that it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But now that you've been around Mike, and you've been around his circles, it's made you a better person.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yes.
So as time progresses, and we get older, we mature.
Yeah.
And then we start surrounding ourselves around different people, more positive, if you will. And it helps you become a better person.
For sure. Yeah, in that aspect, for sure, jiu-jitsu has definitely changed my life then. Because, I've said many times, I was a real big asshole before. I mean, I'm still an asshole, but I'm not that much of an asshole anymore. And not only that, I've for a big part of my life, I've dealt with depression and anxiety and anger issues, and jiu-jitsu definitely is one of the biggest parts of my life that really helped mitigate that. For the longest time, for about 6 months, I was off of depression meds. So,
Yeah.
I think things like that, something like that was definitely achievable because of the people that I'm around with. So
also meditation's gonna help you, just being able to, concentrate, just be in one, be in one with yourself. You have to. I get a lot where people say, "Well, I don't know how to meditate." Well, I didn't know how to meditate either when I first started. I just started with a couple seconds, then a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and boom. Next thing you know, it's a long period of time, but it takes, and like I've always said it, man, it takes a lot from the individual to put in the work.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to get better, but don't want to put work in. That's with anything,
Yeah.
But if you want to be better, okay, start taking those extra steps to being better. Stop thinking about the bad stuff and start thinking about boom. You don't want to say when I get better. No, I am getting better.
Yeah.
Those words that come out of individuals have to be in a positive way for you to develop and for you to connect with your mind, connect with your heart.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, for sure, jiu-jitsu is something that people should take on, or any martial art. I feel that I think it'll give people a different perspective.
I've met so
Like-
many incredible people through jiu-jitsu, you know. Not only, you know, me meeting Mike back in high school and stuff like that, but, you know, it came back around and we met through jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, and ever since then, we've been really good friends, and, you know, we have an amazing relationship.
Yep.
You know, it's amazing to have you on our show, and, you know,
Thank you
look
guys.
forward to continuing a strong relationship with you.
Thank you guys for inviting me on your show. Appreciate
Yeah, man.
you
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you for being on. That being said, I think this is a good spot to end this episode. Look forward to more episodes coming. We have several really cool guests on the next upcoming shows. So if you want to keep up with what we're doing, follow the Instagram, and then like and subscribe to the channel. And click that notification bell on the YouTube channel as well, so you can keep up and keep watching what we do.
Share the link.
Share the link. Yeah, there we go. So, so we'll see you guys next time, and thank you guys for watching.
Live-Jits.